as a unique incident in the history of Jainism that a 22-year-old boy has been given the responsibility of heading the great Therapanth order. Acharya Tulsi was a great visionary, and as soon as he became the head, he started conceiving several innovative ideas, programs, and schemes for the upliftment of mental, ethical, and emotional status of his followers. He had the distinctive quality to translate his vision into actual practice. The partition of India and Pakistan in 1947 had sweeping cultural effects. Countless individuals were uprooted from their homeland and forced to escape on foot, carts, or trains. The tragic part was that some of the people got involved in immense sectarian violence, and at the other hand, some resorted to extract monetary benefits out of such a chaotic situation. Acharya Tulsi was disenchanted by some human psyche rooted in selfishness, over-competitiveness, over-consumerism, and maximization of profit by unfair means. Acharya Tulsi realized that the independence of India would be futile unless the national character was developed. To him, the real independence meant moral elevation. Anuvrat movement was an experiment in this direction, which he initiated on March 2nd, 1949. There are 5 principles of Anuvrat. These are truth, non-violence, non-possession, non-stealing, and celibacy. A series of campaigns were launched from time to time under his guidance against the evils of adulteration, corruption, untouchability, dowry, etc., to generate a new wave of consciousness in the masses. The ultimate objective of the movement is to create a non-violent, socio-political world order with the help of worldwide network of self-transformed people. The echo of the Anuvrat movement had reached from the door of a poor man to the President House. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of India, said, "In the present age when man is dazzled by material prosperity and is neglecting the moral and spiritual values of life, balance can be maintained only by such movements." Mahatma Gandhi and Acharya Tulsi never met, but their views were shared through each other's works and readings. Their idealism was shaped by similar socio-religious ideas common to their pluralistic cultural backgrounds. Gandhi wrote about him, "How good would it be if the world followed this saint's ideas and theories?" In 1960, in Rajsamand, Acharya Tulsi launched the campaign Naya Mode to get the society rid from old traditions of long veils and burdensome ornaments worn by women. Likewise, he dealt strongly to evil practices such as neglecting widows, child marriages, and death feasts. Due to his efforts, such evils are nearing virtual extinction from the society. Acharya Tulsi was the pioneer to lay the foundation of revival of ancient methods of meditation. Under his guidance, Acharya Mahapragya reinstated the Preksha meditation in 1975. Preksha literally means looking deeply into the self. This technique involves engaging your mind to control your passion and purify your emotions. The experiments related to the Preksha Dhyan have succeeded in making religion more practical and scientific by freeing it from the shackles of various kinds of unnecessary practices. In 1980, Acharya Tulsi founded a new order of semi-monks and semi-nuns called Samans and Samanis to spread the preaching of Jainism worldwide. Samans and Samanis can travel across the continents to spread the message of Jainism, unlike the Jain monks and nuns who are restricted to travel by using mechanical means. Regarding use of the resources, Acharya Tulsi said, "Wants should be reduced, desires should be curbed, and consumption to be kept within reasonable limits. Using any resource beyond one's needs and misuse of any part of nature is considered a form of theft." Indeed, his faith goes one step further and declares unequivocally that generating waste and creating pollution are the acts of violence. If waste is created, then the solutions must be found to recycle the same simultaneously. Acharya Tulsi also took the preaching of Lord Mahavira forward to understand nature's utility and the importance of all the living beings to maintain ecological balance. He therefore said that, "Do not injure, abuse, oppress, enslave, insult, torment, torture, or kill any creature or living being. Follow ahimsa. Live and let live." Acharya Tulsi himself was a prodigious literateur. He nurtured a large number of literary talents. Jain Agam, the infinite treasure of pristine knowledge, was a mystery to all until Acharya Tulsi commenced to work on it in 1955. It was a Herculean task to simplify, annotate, and comment upon Tirthankar Mahavir's precepts dating back 2,500 years ago. However, the untiring efforts of Sri Tulsi, Acharya Mahapragya, and their selfless sadhus and sadhvis made it so possible that a common man could understand the divine teachings of Agam. Acharya Tulsi took into writing even when he was still a young monk. He wrote several books, literatures and songs in Sanskrit, Hindi and Rajasthani. One of his dreams translated into reality when Jain Vishwabharati was established under his guidance at Ladanu, Rajasthan in 1971. The objective of establishing this organization was to revive truths and values hidden in the Jain tradition and in the ancient Indian traditions. The organization later got a status of deemed university on the recommendation by the Government of India in 1991. One of the prime objectives of this university is to spread literacy in subjects like non-violence and peace, Jainology, Sanskrit, Prakrit, Rajasthani, yoga, meditation, and literature. Acharya Tulsi said that the main objective of the religion is to remove evil at every level of individual, social, political, or any sphere of spiritual living. Gurudev Tulsi firmly believed that religion and sect are two different things. They are not one and the same. He emphasized that the religion that does not bring about a change in the way of living and which does not change the activities as well as behavior of a man is not a religion. It is merely a sect, a ritual, and an unworthy worship. Sri Tulsi and his monks traveled on feet for over 100,000 kilometers in order to spread the message of humanity among the masses of the country. That is why people know him more as a humanitarian saint. One unbelievable event took place on February 18th, 1994, in the presence of thousands of people gathered at Sujangarh in Rajasthan. Most unexpectedly, Sri Tulsi made the announcement that he has decided on relinquishing the Acharyahood in favor of Yuvacharya Mahapragya. For one Acharya to transfer his exalted office to another within his lifetime was a unique event in the history of the Jains. He had been an Acharya for 6 decades, and during this period, Theravada attained phenomenal heights. He initiated more than 776 monks and nuns during his regime. Later, he accepted the title of Ganadipati on humble pleading by Mahapragya and the entire Theravada order. In 1971, President V.V. Giri honored him by conferring on him the title of Yug Pradhan, literally, head of the age. In 1986, Rajasthan Vidyapith of Udaipur honored him at a public function by conferring on him Bharat Jyoti, the highest honor of the institute. Gyani Zail Singh, the then President of India, presented the award to him in the presence of a mammoth gathering. Recognizing his significant contribution to national integration, the Government of India nominated him as a member of the National Integration Council in 1989. In 1992, an honorary degree of Vakpati was conferred on him by the Institute of Higher Tibetan Buddhist Studies, Varanasi. This was in recognition of his efforts to preserve and promote the ethical tenets. In 1993, the then Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narasimha Rao, honored him by conferring the prestigious Indira Gandhi Award for National Integration. The second President of India, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, placed him in the world's great 15 personalities in his book, Living with Purpose. On 20th October 1998, the Vice President, Krishna Kant, released an Indian commemorative postage stamp of Acharya Tulsi. On the occasion, Mr. Kant said that Acharya Tulsi gave a new and contemporary direction to the high ideals of Jainism. Prominent personalities like Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Jawaharlal Nehru, Gulzari Lal Nanda, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Dr. K.M. Munshi, V.V. Giri, Mother Teresa, L.K. Advani, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Gyani Zail Singh, Morarji Desai, Manmohan Singh, Shankar Dayal Sharma, Sonia Gandhi, and many others met him time and again for guidance and consultation. Despite his advanced age and falling health in 1997, he decided to continue his march and proceeded to Ganga Shahar, Bikaner. Nobody could have thought that it was the final leg of Saint Tulsi's long spiritual journey. He decided to go on retreat for a fortnight to spend his time doing meditation in tranquility. Tulsi's devotees were eager to have a glimpse of their Guru, and the retreat came to an end on 23rd June 1997 around 10 a.m. He came out and blessed thousands of devotees who were waiting for him. After a short discourse, he moved to his room and asked for his spectacles to read a letter. By the time the spectacles were fetched, the destined moment for the departure of his soul had already come. It was an end of a magnificent life, which lived with a great purpose. Saint Tulsi's renunciation of the body was as sudden, unexpected, and dramatic as was the renunciation of his acharyaship. The world plunged into grief. The news spread like wildfire, and thousands of people rushed to Bikaner to have his last glimpse. A large crowd of people, which included statesmen, men of letters, politicians, and eminent Jain leaders, joined the last march. Though Saint Tulsi is no more with us physically, he will live forever through his message and his contribution to humanity. This saga is a story of a noble soul, a peacemaker, and a saint who lived on this earth to encourage people to give up violence and enmity. He enlightened this world with the light of peace and harmony. He was a leader. He was a teacher. He was a motivator. He was a speaker. He was a poet. He was a singer. He was a writer. He was everything. But he thought he was nothing. And this very thought made him a celebrated, outstanding, and idealistic leader. His Holiness, Acharya Tulsi. Now, let's join together and share the message of Anuvrat aimed at saving the environment, humanity, and the world. I will not willfully kill any innocent creature. I will not attack anybody. I will not take part in violent agitations or in any destructive activities. I will believe in human unity. I will practice religious toleration. I will observe rectitude in business and general behavior. I will set limits to the practice of possession and acquisition. I will not resort to unethical practices in elections. I will not encourage socially evil customs. I will lead a life free from addictions. I will always be alert to the problems of keeping the environment pollution free.
जगद्वन्द्य स्वामी विशद चरितो नाम तुलसी।